So let's start, and this is the cash chart of the SPX, so it doesn't reflect the overnight action that we've seen in the ES. But this was the chart I was looking at in the video over the weekend, and this is the support zone, which we are still holding in the futures. We were expecting potentially another low. It can come down to 27.44, even 27.29 in the S&P 500. So I think we've either seen that low in the ES, or we have one more below today's pre-market low to come. I think it's likely, if the ES continues up at the moment, that we'll see a move back down after the open in order for the cash indices to come down and make that lower low. And that can still be as a four. We can still go up to 29.03, 29.04 in the S&P 500, and in the index it's even clearer. If you look at this, and also the 240-minute chart, you've got a 1, 2, that looks like a 3, a little bit further down and then up. That's not necessarily the case. I think the case for a top being in is stronger than it was on Friday morning, but certainly not confirmed at this point in time. So if we come over and look at the futures, this is the 2-hour chart of the ES, and you can see we're still holding above this 27.28, which is the 764 up. That's the lower support in that SPX chart that I've just shown you. And you can see at the moment, clearly, we have an A, B, and an extended C. We do not have 5 waves down off the top. That said, these pink fibs, if that's the 1, 2, we've come down to the 1764. If we hold below 2781 and then make a new low, then we certainly do have 5 waves down off the top, and that would change the balance of probabilities in favor of the top being in. So that's what we're looking for over the next day or so, is either perhaps one slight lower low here, but this broad area to hold, and then take out the upper resistance region on that hourly chart on the site in the SPX, in which case my expectation would be we go up and see 29.04, or alternatively we hold below 27.81 and come down, so below the resistance level shown on that hourly chart, and make another low. Then we have 5 down off the low, and I would be looking to short a retrace. A trade idea that I am considering at the moment is to go long XIV. If we come down a little further but hold over 102 to 103, I'm going to buy shares in XIV, looking for 130 to 135 and possibly up to 159. So that will be at least a half size allocation on the main capital account. Possibly full. I don't know whether I'm brave enough to do a full position on it, but that's what I'm considering. Come back to the futures. Day trading wise, so at the moment we came up here this morning at 27.56 and we held an 886 retrace against that at this low, which was also, if we've got an A, B, C, the 1.0 extension down. And off that low we have a 1, 2, we're just coming up to the 1618 now, and if we get a 4, 5, that's 5 up off the low. See a retrace of that as the SPX cash comes down to make a lower low than the cash low on Friday, and I would be looking for a day trade long position in futures, but with maximum of a half size stake in the market. So CL, we got this 1 down here, the 2 back that held the 886. This on Friday came right down to that 618 extension that I was looking at. That was the length of this 1 projected off the 2. So the 1 of the next degree down ideally hits the 618. We did that, and you saw we got a sharp retrace. That is either the 2 in or the A of 2. So we get an A, B, and come up slightly higher for the C of 2, then drop down in CL. Alternatively, if we take this low out at 64.47, then I think we're in this 3 here, and I'd be looking for 62.65 next as a minimum. I do not want to see it stop at 63.33 in CL. Day trading wise, here's the levels this morning. There was, after that early post that I made, a decent scalp to the long side in CL if you'd wanted it, and that was a nice trade. You saw you got the volume spike just and a spike and reversal candle just missing the blue line, so there was your signal to go long this morning in CL if you were looking for that. Natural gas. If I come and look at the 2-hour chart, this is the March contract still. We've come down to the 338.2 extension. We can drop one leg lower to the 361.8, 27.55 I've got that at. Got huge divergences on the MACD. I think this is 5 down. For either an A, and we're getting an A, B, C down to the low I'm looking for, or 1 down, and we get a 2 back, and we're going to come down to one of the much lower fibs for the to finish the wave 2 off from the daily and weekly charts in natural gas. At the moment I'm flat, but I'm considering this morning buying a half position in UGAS, which is the 3 times leveraged long ETF in natural gas. And if I just flip over here, you can see I've got a daily buy in natural gas here. What's a little off-putting is the weekly chart. I am expecting a move up, but not yet, and we're not quite as oversold on that chart. But I think we should get the retrace, and UGAS is trading down at about $71 pre-market. I'm looking for a move back up to 85 to trade that. So those are the couple of positions I'm thinking of this morning: XIV and UGAS. Day trading chart. This was the blue line earlier when I posted it. We came down through the orange, retest. If you wanted the trade, there was a trade just over an hour ago, shorting at 28.40, and that would have given you a straight 55 points this morning if you were trading natural gas first thing. YM, again, this can still be a 4. Okay, levels are on the DAX cash, the Dow Jones Industrial Cash chart. I'll show you that in a moment. But at the moment we have an A, B, C, very similar to the ES and SPX though. We're at the 1618 extension. If we stay below 25,530 and drop down to make a new low, that's 5 down off the top. Balance of probabilities changes in favour of the top being in. So same basis. And you can see this morning, off this morning's low, same as the ES, it's mirroring it. We've got a 1, 2, and this looks like a 1, 2, 3, 4, coming to the top of the 3 now. But this can all be as a retrace. This could be an A, B, and a long C. So again, I would expect a move down first thing to let the cash markets catch up. NQ similar. I was looking for a bit lower in NQ in actual fact, down to 66, 64. Don't think we're going to get it now. And then up. But again, same pattern, A, B, C. We don't have 5 down as yet. Day trading chart, we did make a lower low than the early low in NQ this morning. We need to see it back above 67, 64 to confirm the low is in. But looking for a similar sort of situation in NQ as the other indices first thing. This can carry on going up pre-market, and then we should get a move back to the downside. GC. Difficult pattern here. I think we've got an A, B, C for an initial A wave in potentially. Or we have an A, B, and a 1 of a deeper C down. So we need to see it stay below 1354 if that's going to be the case. If it comes up here to 1357, 1361, I'd count that as a B back, and then we drop back down. Day trading chart, you can see we're mucking around up the top here. There's potentially a short here, but I'm not particularly mad about the idea. And I'm watching the GDX quite carefully this morning. We have a full 5 down potentially in GDX. So I'm looking for a move back up in that at some point soon. In fact, let's go over and look at, just give you that Dow. This is the level I'm looking for it to come back down to in the cash charts. This 25,339 really. And I need to see that hold. if we're going to go and make this final high up. But again, A, B, C down at the moment. UK. So we're now at the 886 here. So it's looking less likely that we're going to get this alt count. So this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's still possible. Otherwise, we've got a 1, 2, 1, 2, and I think this is still the 3, and it needs a 4, 5 down to around the 71.80 level. Unless we're just going to extend all the way down to 7018 and complete the 4, but it seems a bit quick. And I'm not expecting the US indices to complete a 4. It should take a couple of months, I would have thought, to complete the 4 at this degree. So again, nothing that I can definitively identify that I like as a swing trade in the FTSE at the moment. DAX, if this is the B, we've got a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think the 3 should be in. It can come one leg lower, but it looks like it's in. Looking for a move back to 12,916 area, and then down another time. That would give us 5 down for an initial A wave, which would be on the 4-hour chart, this A wave here, before we get the B, C to finish this off in the German DAX. So that's what I'm looking for there. And a quick look at the GDX this morning. So it's just bouncing around here. This can either be the bottom of the 3, or it's a full 5 down. And I'm kind of torn between the two. I would prefer it just to be the bottom of a 3 and come down and make another low, in which case we should see 22.44 to 22.25. That would then start to favour the alt count, where this is only the B wave, and we've got a 1, 2, and we get another 1, 2, then we get a 3, 4, 5. But again, jury's out in the metals and miners still, I'm afraid. So that's what I've got early on this morning. As I say, please reduce your stake sizes and be aware of the volatility. It can absolutely come back and bite you on the backside. Don't give capital away easily to the markets. Be patient and take the best setups with smaller stakes.